Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
This is the triple prio lanes the Pro have gone for, and I'm just looking to see what they can make out of it.
Well, Lehens is looking for an angle here as he flashes. I'm not sure about that one. There's the Battle Dance hype already down to 200 though as Lehens dives forward. Gee, one more auto and there it is. First blood over to Nongshim. And it is raining noodles here in this bottom lane, even though the King in.
I mean, get the flash good, and especially if you end up in a longer...
Oh dear, there's the Cocoon, and Polo is just dead. As the auto attack, the Ignite was already ticking, and that's the second kill here for Nongshim's bottom lane in the mid lane. Q now set up there as well. 77 to 72 as far as the CS is concerned, but these two kills on the Ezreal are the biggest deal. It's not really spelling too much when it comes to advantages, as speaking of which, Kingin trying to grab one here, just going to get booped away by Morgan's hammer. There's the flash though as Gideon follows up, and that is going to be some feats of warfare here for Nongshim as they grab their third kill.
Oh
now
man.
Nongshim just moving Jiu around like a portable cannon to just destroy whatever they would like to find. Gideon going to move over here, and it looks like LM going to need to exit unless Lehens finds himself in an odd spot. He does go up into the sky, but what goes up must come down, and Itsy Bitsy Spider is well and truly crushed.
Yeah, bit of a misstep there from the side of Nongshim. It would have been enough just to kind of force LM away. And when you look at the rest of the targets, like, who are you really going to be able to pick off here? Yeah, oh, this is bad.
You might be able to pick off Morgan if you're Nongshim. That's what they're going to do as the Permafrost comes in, and there was nowhere for him to go. Decides not to use the flash, and I do not blame him. As Nongshim also
start going down and you're in a long lane against this Gwen, you're just going to get run down. It's so scary.
Lehens just seems to know exactly where to be. As Ellen is just going to fall straight into the Cocoon. So much damage from the Elise. And Lehens is able to pick up that kill with the last tick of the Ignite. Gorgeously done, and he just read him like a book.
The fact they get his flash and neither Gideon or Lehens has to flash over to finish it is massive. They force Morgan away from the tower. Lehens has been so impactful this game, and Fisher's kind of just been playing defensive on the spot side, but
that was a great ultimate as well. Managed to clear out the entire wave in the meantime whilst also having a decent trade.
I think that's honestly the thing that I'm most impressed about Nongshim in this game, because the proactive plays have been great, but it's...
Which would be like the third. Pushing it over as far as the amount of souls, like over 50% Cloud Soul so far for this season. That would be absolutely absurd.
Be a good start to it.
It would be beautiful. As Lehens not going to find the Cocoon as Hype taking a lot of damage here. Gideon super tanky, but still has to Arctically Assault away. The Dragon continuing to take some damage, but does reset. And the Bro is going to move back and pick that one up one more time. Morgan, no teleport available. Kingin, he has his. If that trigger's pulled, Bro going to have to try and get themselves out of there as Fisher doesn't have ulti, but still looking for an opportunity. A cease and desist. They dive on top of Gio. The Ezreal lasts for quite a while. Both AD carries going to go down, though. And Nongshim now on the warpath. Kingin, he is somewhat immune as he's pulling that circle around, but I don't think he's going to survive for too much longer as Polu dashes out of there. The AoE damage is gigantic, though, on Closer can't get in there to do it. Nongshim, they take down the jungle of the top laner, and they should be able to also get themselves a dragon.
Gio is just a bait. So many tools committed to take out this Ezreal.
Nongshim further adding to their coffers. As we can see, 3,000 now the lead. It is going to be Hextech Soul. So, yeah, even I'm okay
with... In another life.
Well, there's four people coming down here from Bro, but I just don't know whether they're going to get here in time. There's Permafrost, and he's dead. And now the rest of the Bros will turn up saying, Morgan, you just needed to wait a couple of seconds.
What? Nongshim just have two junglers now, apparently.
Yeah,
you know,
as it turns out.
You would assume if they're taking Riptile on the top side that, you know, they need their jungler there.
Oh, Lehens doing what he does best, which is driving Shelly. And they're going to take an inner turret at the same time. This game is very quickly getting out of control.
Yeah, completely. It's really falling apart for Bro. I think that dragon fight was really the nail in the coffin because a spider form from Elise and you can very quickly stack it.
Yeah, you've got an attack speed steroid as well, like on your W, so means that you can really get that Permafrost stacked up. As Morgan is going to do what he's been doing really well in this game so far, as that Cocoon was way better than all the other ones Lehens thrown out so far this game. Absolutely beautifully done. And yeah, Nongshim feels like they can do no wrong. And I got the cope for you. I've got it. For all of you Giga Chad fans, look at all of the picks that Nongshim have invested into this game. Right? They don't get Gwen. They don't get Gideon Sejuani. They don't get Fisher's Yone. They don't get Lehens on his Elise ever again in this series.
Yeah, you know, I have to be real. That is my favorite Fearless code.
Isn't it?
It's so good. It's so good.
I think it's barely even an argument.
You know what? It's like when you're in a game, when you're playing like, when a game like this finishes, it's like, oh, these fools have fallen for our trap of winning game one with good picks.
Lahen's actually caught out this time around. He does get on top of this ward. That was very cute. Still, Closer is going to blow him up. You don't have a lot of health, and he really ran with it.
Yeah.
All the way down. Lahen's is going to do it again. Kingan's going to move over, but I don't know whether he's going to be helping out. He goes up, but then he does immediately go down, and Kingan may have actually just bought into it. He goes down at the same time, and when you have an extra one paying for the sins of yours, 2, 3, 4 still needs to get to 9, I believe, which is the number that Beryl had when he won that game. Morgan looking for an inner turret. That is going to really help even out this gold. Voracious Artican is just going to go down, though.
Yeah.
There's some extra lives now available for Nongshim, but in trade for a Hextech Dragon?
The thing is, the second Hextech Dragon, if this was the third dragon, I think
that is going to be so much raw damage for this Aurora. If anyone's squishy, they are just going to die. And you can see Kingan, he's pretty squishy. Glacial Prison flying in here as they're ignoring the turret. Fisher looking for Polu. They will be able to take him down. The bottom lane just eliminated as Kingan trying to keep the rest of them busy. Remember, he can just go back. I think that's pretty good use of this Artican buff.
Show you what they wanted, you know. Didn't that have to get that many kills? Don't need to face check this. You know, they know whether the Baron's being taken. And they kind of just give space, but they're looking now.
Yeah, Lahen's gets into spider form, but immediately the Glacial Prison follow-up is going to be there. Elam gets himself out. Closer misses a few buttons, and now Kingan looking for an angle. The Needlewalk flies in. He's taking a lot of turret damage, though, and he just gets blown up. I'm not sure about that one from Kingan. As Fisher tests the waters there momentarily, they get a Bramble back in trade for their top laner.
And I feel like Nongshim just over-forcing a bit in this situation. They're like trying to bait Bro in, like they need a face check Baron, they need to come and contest us, but they don't. That vision setup they had before meant that Bro were really confident of playing it slow.
But that's 2 turrets that they're going to get for this as well. As the inner does fall down at the same time. They think that they've caught Lahen's, but Gideon in the area. And the Yone taking a Hexgate over, but Gideon running the wrong direction. This is so awkward. Still, Morgan's going to fall down. Jiu going to be turning up, and Hype takes so much damage. Jiu, can you do it? He does. He flashes forward. Arcane Shift going to be up very, very soon, and that is a beautiful cue there. The Vault Breaker from Elam just to destroy Lahen's.
Oh, the TP from
Close to get out. They've lined him up, though, as Jiu finding more and more of these Mystic Shots. Kingan teleported in.
I think this is just gone.
Yeah. They've got so much damage. It is absolutely absurd. True Shot Barrage flying in there, and there's the knock-up. That is going to be...
They end up finding it, this great ult from Fisher, and then Jiwoo just free hitting, getting the damage down.
And that is some big DPS numbers.
And then Lahen's channeling his inner barrel, I think is the only way we can describe that.
You watched the first series, and it was Gen G methodically just dismantling HLE players from throughout the LCK.
Yeah.
I personally think that I won, although I did mess it up as well.
I had this genius idea of putting Chovy top lane. I really wanted.
We all did.
Yeah.
Nongshim are going for a Baron. It is now down to below half health. Lahen's just trying to play some defense, but Elam looking to try and get on in here. That knock-up not going to connect, but now Jiu offering some damage over. Oh, Elam, he's not quite tanky enough, but the prison is not going to land. They're still on the Baron. It's going down, and Gideon locks that one up. Nongshim successful disengage. And that was a great little steal. They also got the dragon prior to that.
We pushed mid. We pushed bot. Is there another lane we're not thinking about?
Oh, 2 out of 3 is pretty good, though.
I mean, in fairness, it does buy, you know, if they give it the top inhib, if they accept the fact that maybe we're going to lose it anyway, maybe now they're able to defend mid and bot. But that top inhibitor went down very quickly. Yeah. And would you believe Nongshim are now looking towards mid?
Kingan really playing some good defense on this wave as well, and so the Bros not going to be able to do anything to stop that one from just crashing, and my god, that tower evaporated. There is so much damage on this squad as they do go for the engage. Ulti from Closer is good damage. Lahen's almost just straight up dead, but Closer also following suit. The needlework flying in. Hype just almost disintegrates without being able to do too much, and these Mystic Shots, everyone that lands is so scary. 2 inhibs down. And, oh man, that Shock Blast actually starting to hurt.
What was it?
Morgan with 4 items finally.
Despite his build, it just felt like he wasn't doing any damage the targets is connected with. He accidentally hit Lahens, it feels like, nearly one-shot him, but the bulk of the damage just seemed to not really do much to this front line of Nongshim, and now they're looking for more.
Yeah, Kingin does get engaged on his cease and desist, flies forward, but Fisher just executes Hype. Morgan now down to about 100, and this Yone is doing so much work. Gio now getting rid of Polo, and it looks like these Nexus turrets are next to fall. Trishot Barrage doesn't take down the Rakan, but the Nexus is sure to fall.
Gate, you're diving into Jax, he has the counter-strike, but Kingin immediately slams the gangplank, and we saw this matchup be very GP favored. We saw Fisher play it in the mid lane, but it kind of felt like this is the sort of champion where...
Owie. Okay, we do have a Nocturne coming down towards his bottom side. Hype immediately flashing to get himself out of the way, but remember, Polu doesn't have his. He had to use his flash at level 1, and that should mean First Blood goes over to Gideon. And I do like that they give the kill to him as well, because Nocturne getting fed is an absolute couple of his little spears, but not too much more than that, as the battle for the blue buff continues. Should be Nongshim backing away as Morgan is making his way in. That's a lot of Counter-Strike value. Is Gideon going to get headbutted over? Does have the paranoia. Puts up the shield. Looks to try and get himself out of here. But in goes LM. Oh my goodness, they do manage to take down 2. The mid-jungle just eviscerated from Nongshim's side. And Bro pushing for even more. There goes Lahens, and that's the skirmishing power of this composition.
The headbutt from Polo looked a little scrappy, but the power, the dive potential, the chase potential of this mid, just building it up.
That's only with 3 assists as well, as the kills went to exactly where they needed to go. The Grandmaster's Might coming on in here as Polo is set up. LM also in the area. Lahens trying to make his way around, but there's the flash out by Polv. Cannon Barrage goes down as LM dives in, calls the Hounds. Polo does have the ulti running, so he's going to be able to keep himself alive, and the minion wave just barely.
So quite bulky, quite a good amount of sustain as well. You're not under that much threat from just the LeBlanc trades in that manner. So Fish is okay there.
This lead that they've had for quite some time,
but it has stagnated, and you know what that makes me think?
It's time for a fight. As Lahens is walking, then he's flashing, then he's hooking, but the chains are still going to land. The dogs are well and truly out as the Cannon Barrage comes down. There's the paranoia. They dive into the back line as Hype is the target, and he's eliminated. Gio now looking for Closer, whose health bar is very low. The flash forward, and that's going to secure it. And now Nongshim just wanting to clean up. Fisher moves down. He's got the Orb, and Nefiri manages to pick up one of them. But 1v2, I just don't know whether he's going to be able to win this battle. Gideon's still chasing after him. When this dog gets some of these buttons back, I think he's still going to be pretty scary, but Gideon's going to move forward. I don't know about this one.
Oh, the fear?
Yeah, the fear just going to try and be avoided. There's the shockwave. That was still available? Okay, well, never mind. That is a dead doggo on the ground.
For the bros.
Financial reinforcements for the bros.
Absolutely.
Because we know that...
Top lane, 100 gold now.
Yeah, Parlay pretty good at just getting accidental gold. And Kingin's also just
is all I'm saying.
And already Nongshim have stacked up 2. So 1 more and it's Soul Point and it's Mountain Soul as well. That'll be lights out. Bro really need to get an advantage and fast in this game.
And Jiwa's got 2 items. He's
oh no! Hype presented himself on the map and he is now dead. Nongshim now looking for even more, as it is going to be the Rift Herald secured by LM. He collects the eye at the same time, but can he stay alive? That's the question. Killer Instinct from Jiu is insane, but he's still able to survive. The depth charge flying forward. Good knock up there as LM utilizing that mobility to get himself around. 2-man Pulverize here from Polo as Gideon. Fantastic use of the shield. The Unbreakable Will is there, but unfortunately the body will still break. Jiu going to collect that one. LM goes down as well, and Nongshim. Oh no, we said the bros need to create leads, not Nongshim.
Oh man, I mean, the thing is...
I came to Korea during our little break that we had, and I bought my nephew a little Gromp, and the Gromp toy is adorable, and this is not so much as Closer went in, and he tries to get out, does have to use the flash, but is going to escape. And, Void Seeker actually blocked by the clone.
Like, this looks rough for Bro, but this might actually be a window.
Well, he might be able to. We'll see whether the Otacon is going to be taken before that happens, though, because there's not a lot of vision. Teleport comes in. Oh my god, the AoE is absurd! Polu dead before anything even starts. And now they've got Otacon. Chains of Corruption flies in. Morgan trying to do what he can. Fish is still alive. He eventually does get recalled, but now Jiu's going completely ballistic. He will be sent back, but Kingin He,
they get away!
Yeah, he can't actually hit him because he's inside a Rift Herald that's running the wrong direction. And Closer just chains him up. Might be a bit of damage onto this turret, but that was very cute use of the disengaged Rift Herald.
Edge of Knight, Zhonya's no. Just a away was so slick.
That was very, very cute. We're going to have a look at it again as he does manage to take down Hype. Take down Jiu and then straight into the Rift Herald. Save me, and he does.
Does a little right now.
And there is a Mountain Drake that's up and available, but Nongshim look like they want to take an inhibitor turret first. There's the Paranoia. They find him one more time. Hit by the combo, gorgeously executed, but can they win the ensuing fight? That's the question, as Jiu is going to be obliterated. That's the cow going down as well. Lahens from the grave manages to land an anchor, and you can see Gideon knows that there's no way out. Kingin's there though, look at this guy. Trial by fire just sets Closer on fire, in fact. As now Gideon looking to try and escape. That is going to be Neferi taking him down, and now the Pirate is a little bit in the wrong place, potentially at the wrong time. Eats some oranges correctly that time, but does have to recall. And now Pro might be able to take away a dragon.
They're really doing their best. You know, this is like when you're playing a game in solo queue and someone DCs. Well, like, right, let's see what they've committed a lot of resources. LM gets on the backline, gets the reset, finds Fisher, isn't able to chase him down, but the Fairy threat is so real. And Kingen, I feel like Kingen was just chasing targets this whole fight, but not really able to connect onto them until it was
absolutely fantastic, because Nongshim, obviously, it's just time to start Baron.
Yep, why not? But Bro are coming to try and contest this.
Yeah, a lot of vision available here as Closer dives in. Gio almost just dead straight up. But the Baron is just taken. Level 16 now for Fisher as well. How about Pulp going to be avoided completely as Gideon dives in on top of Closer. Polo going to get a little bit scared. Jiu doesn't have flash, so he was dead. Fisher is also going to suffer the same fate because he also didn't have flash. And so keeping a few of these Barons alive is going to be Nongshim's best bet.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't work out that well for Nongshim because LeBlanc, not as easy just to one-shot as a Varus is, so...
Well, now it might be time to take their first turret of the game, unless Gideon decides that he wants to kill LM instead. He's pretty scary, but maybe not scary enough as LM just turns it around. Oh my god, the cannon barrage damage right on top of Hype. Closer also limping away from this one. Yeah, Kingen is...
and you know what? I'm really glad we're seeing Neferi do things, because I feel like if people haven't really been watching the LPL,
well... Closer may not be able to do things here, as he does get the flash, does utilize his flash. So now he's going to try and go for some jukes. Let's see what's going to happen here. It looks like he might get shot with a pistol.
I've seen Civ HD pull this off.
Oh my god, that's a throwback. Well, he didn't pull it off. He didn't pull it off. My god, Civ HD, really?
Blind everyone whenever you press the flash button. Oh,
good times. But yeah, you know, as I was saying before, I'm really glad that LM started to come back in this game because, you know, things were looking rough. It was looking like it may be a 0% win rate Neferi angle. And if people haven't been watching the LPL, maybe not playing so much solo queue, I feel like they'd be like, these guys said it was good.
The Rebel Baron run out some daggers towards Lahens, but Lahens not going to be too worried about it. And Nongshim, okay, here it is, the combo once again, this time hitting onto two. Both of the bottom lane members as Jiu, Killer Instinct indeed. And there goes the cow as well. Hype did that thing where he was on vision of the enemy team again.
Hype, you've got to stop existing every time. Oh, you know, I just think leaving the fountain might have been a mistake, if I'm being honest. And Nongshim, it feels personal, feels like bullying, it feels like a grudge, but they will take out the AD carry. They got Polu as well in the combo, so 2-for-1 special.
Is it just game over? That's the question. We've got both Nexus turrets, both under fire. Morgan, you're going to need to be the hero. The health bars are getting lower as in goes LM. Kingen going to be his target, but he flashes away. He's surviving for the moment. Gideon flashes out as well. Fisher at full health, the double kill comes on through, make it a triple as LM's going nuts. Fisher finds it, the clockwork wind up, and now it's his turn to get some multi-kills. There's a triple for the Orianna, and Polu, he's going to be enough of a gatekeeper to send a
we don't always specify exactly why, but if you're wondering, it's a Save the AD Carry Fund for Hype. Very specifically, this is what your bro tax will go towards. Help Hype out because he's having a rough one right now.
And we might have another team fight as once again, Hype is dead. Oh no, never mind. He takes a little while longer to die this time. Fisher down to 50%. The hook is going to catch him out of the distortion. Gorgeous play there from Lehens once again as Geo Killer Instinct right on top of the Jax. Goes golden, avoids the counter-strike, and LM, it's only him and his top laner that are left alive. Nongshim looking for even more. A flash forward from Lehens, because why not? If the F button is available, you press it. And now Gideon and Fisher are done with this series. They're looking to take down this Nexus to start off their LCK season with a 2-0 against the Bros. There goes the Nexus. And Nongshim, brilliant